Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play. So I'm starting off today's episode with a quick time lapse down here in my old strip mine, because I want to get the rest of the diamond ore that I need to check off the checklist. So I managed to get 46 of them overall from a quick mining session, and I already had 33 in here, so I only needed 31. So I'm going to add them there, and that's all of them checked off the checklist now. And I've got 26 of these regular diamonds left over. I've been getting a few more from a project that you're going to see in the future, but I think the regular diamond ore just looks a little bit strange now. It's weird that we saw this for about 12 years, and now we've all got used to the deep slate texture, and this looks kind of weird. But yeah, I've got plenty of these. I don't really know what to do with them. I don't know how rare these are. I can get them quite easily because I've got a lot of the old chunks loaded in my world. I don't know how rare they are in like the new chunks since the 1.18 update, but I've got 26 of them here, and then I've been getting a few more from different projects as well. But anyway, getting on with what I want to do in today's episode. I've wanted to do this for quite a while, and I know a lot of other people want me to do this as well, so I think I'm finally just going to get it done. I just want to focus for an entire episode on the base, and when I'm recording this intro, I really don't know what I'm going to be doing around here. I've got a few plans, like I want to extend the bottom of the base, or I at least want to get the bottom 3 layers of the base complete. Maybe add an extra room or two somewhere if I can think of what I want to do there. I do actually know what I want to do for one room, so maybe I'll do that in today's episode. And then I want to try and add a few more buildings around, especially around this area, just to kind of connect all of this together. And the main reason I put this off for so long is just because I'm scared that I'm going to add more buildings around here and it's going to kind of ruin everything and it's not going to fit in together. So I'm really hoping I can plan it out well in a creative world, and then once I build it over here, it all comes along and actually looks nice. And I don't think I showed this in a video yet, but I decided to add the ancient debris into the netherite beacon. So for all of the other beacons, like over there I'm going to have the deep slate emerald, I've got the diamonds and the gold over there. I wasn't really sure what to add for the netherite one, but I think it kind of makes sense to add the ancient debris. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but it's going to stay like that for now until I come up with a better idea. So I think the best place to start will be over here at this little house. So I built this a few episodes ago and I just never did the exterior around here. I want to have a garden, a pathway leading over towards a lighthouse. Maybe a bridge across here. I don't really know at the moment, but I think this will be a good place to start. So it's actually been a few days since I recorded that last clip, but you can see I've been spending some time working on the little area over here, and it's not completely finished, but I've just been working on it little bits at a time because I've been doing some other projects around the world as well, which you're going to see in some other videos. But I'll quickly show you what I have got done. So I've got a little bridge and then a pathway going up to the house. And my sister actually wanted a house on my island somewhere. She comes on the world now and again, she's only young, and I told her that I'd build this house for her, so she kind of helped me with some of the details and stuff. She wanted the stables outside with a horse, she wanted some flowers around, so I've got a little flower stall here, and I thought I could actually store some of my flowers in these barrels, because I don't really have too much storage at the base for flowers. And then in here, she's got a pink bed upstairs, and then she wanted a pink rug as well, so I've got that there. And then out the back, there's just a little docks area for now. I've not really spent too much time back here. I could definitely add a few more things. And just this little docks where I'll probably build a boat in the water somewhere. So that's what I've got going on so far, but I can definitely add some more variation in the walls out here. I can add a few more little details around. This is supposed to be a tree, but obviously I've not finished the top of this yet. And then there was something else I wanted to do that I just completely forgot. So I can't remember what that was. But I did want to show the horse actually. So she wanted a horse, and this is the one that she went out and got. And it might be the slowest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is going as fast as I can go, and I'm pretty sure I could walk faster than this thing. But yeah, this is the horse she decided to get, so I'm going to leave this in here. And then we can get on with the next project. So I think I want to work a little bit over here, just over the top of this bridge, or at the other end of this bridge. So just at the other end of this bridge here, there's quite a lot of space. It's kind of hard to show all of the island, but there's a lot of space around here, and I want to work on this. And I wasn't really too sure what I wanted to do here at the end of the bridge, But I think I'm just going to kind of move this back a little bit and move all of this back, and then it'll probably like meet up over there, and there'll be quite a lot of flat area around here. I don't really know if that makes sense, but I'm sure it'll make sense once I've finished it. And then I can start adding a few buildings around here. And I'll probably add a couple of buildings over here as well. So I've got a couple of ideas. I'm just going to get to work on clearing this land out here. And then I will start building some of the houses or the buildings, and we'll see what I can come up with. So I was going to build a few more houses there, but I've only done the one. And I do like how this house looks. I was trying to build a blacksmith's, but I don't really think it looks too much like a blacksmith's. So I think I'm just going to keep this here and then build the blacksmith there, or maybe here. And this can be like the miner's house maybe, because there is a strip mine just here. So it kind of makes sense that the miner would live right next to that. So yeah, I'm going to say this is the miner's house, even though it was supposed to be a blacksmith. And I've kind of gone for a different colour palette again, but it's pretty much the same apart from the roof. So over there, I was going to stick with this colour palette with the spruce trim and then the copper and warped wood in the roof. But I've gone for a dark oak trim instead, and then some deep slate in the roof. It's a little bit of a darker look overall. But I think I do actually prefer this to this over here. So I'm probably going to keep this like it is, and then most of the other builds are going to be with the dark oak and the deep slate instead. And of course there is still a lot more space to build more houses around here. And I think this is quite a good size as well. I don't think it's too big. It's not too small either, so this is probably the kind of size I'm going to stick with for the rest of the builds. And I didn't bother to do any of the interior yet. I'm probably going to do this in a different episode. I'm just going to try stick with the building today, and then I'll get all the interiors for the houses done later on. But anyway, like I said, I was going to try and get more houses built around here, but I'm actually going away from home for about 5 days, so I'm actually not going to be able to record anything on the world for the next 5 or 6 days. But I am going to work on the world a little bit, and I thought it'd be a nice idea to work on the rest of the base. So of course the middle part of the base is still very unfinished. I dug this out a while ago, all of the way down to, well, it was just above the old bedrock level, but so the dog just came into my room and I kind of lost track of what I was saying there. But I'm not going to be at home for the next 5 days or so I'm not going to be able to record any gameplay for this video. But I am going to take my Xbox with me, and I'm going to be able to work a little bit on the world. And I thought it'd be a nice idea to finally get the rest of the base complete. So I dug this out pretty early on in the world. I dug it to just above the old bedrock level. Of course it's gone much lower down now. And I just never decorated the bottom 3 levels here. So I think that'll be a nice project to work on for the next few days while I'm away from home. It shouldn't take too long to do, and I've already got the top of the base finished anyway. I might also even add another room or 2 to the base. I'm not really sure how much time I'm going to have to play or whatever, but I'll try to get at least the walls decorated, and I'll do some other stuff if I've got time. And then when I'm back in 5 or 6 days, I'll show you all of the stuff that I've managed to do. So I thought that this would be a good time in the video to get you up to date with a few projects that I've been doing over on TikTok. So a few of you might have seen these already, but I have started trying to post over on TikTok again. I stopped posting for like a year, or I wasn't really uploading over there. But I've started trying to post again every day or every couple of days. And there's a few projects I do over there that aren't really important to the world, so I don't really show them on YouTube, but I thought I'd just catch you up on a few of them. So of course I've got the gold farm on this world. It's how I get all of my levels, and I get a load of gold from that. And I wasn't really sure what to do with it, and I asked my little sister what I should do, and she said I should build a golden sheep. It was kind of a random suggestion, but I thought why not, so I built a golden sheep over here. It didn't actually use that much gold. But once I built this, I thought it would be a good idea to build a few other golden mobs, which I will show you. But first of all, you can actually go inside the sheep's mouth, and I was going to do an interior. And I posted a video over on TikTok again, and I asked my followers what I should build inside, and a few of them linked me some videos. So I'm going to choose one of them and then build one of my followers' suggestions inside here. But yeah, this is a golden sheep. There's no real purpose to it. It's just like randomly around the world. And I do want to have a few more of these. I think maybe like 15 or 20. A few in the end and the nether as well would be a good idea. So it's actually just started raining. I don't usually like recording in the rain, but it's not night time, so I can't sleep yet. So I'm just going to quickly show the two other projects I've done. So you can see the first one here, the golden creeper. After I built the sheep, I knew I was going to build some other mobs, and I just thought a creeper was like a nice one to do. It's kind of the most iconic mob in the game. I built it over here next to the hostile mob farm because this is where I get all of my gunpowder, so I thought it just kind of made sense to build it nearby. So I think it could be interesting one day if I do actually let people on the world eventually, or make a copy of the world and let some people join. Like people could do a scavenger hunt kind of thing to look for all of the golden mobs. But anyway, there's one more project that I've done over on TikTok that I've not shown over here yet. And it's just over here in the farming district, and it's right here. So for some reason I got an idea to build a chicken, and I wanted a chicken farm inside it. And for some reason I built it here right next to the sweet berry farm. So this actually broke the berry farm because the fox just looks at the chickens that are inside here. So I need to move one of these so it doesn't produce anything anymore. But I really like the chicken. I don't really want to tear it down and have to rebuild it. So I might just tear this down and then rebuild this somewhere else. But yeah, it produces some cooked chicken. I get feathers, and then I also get eggs. And if I just break through inside here somewhere, I can try and show you how it works inside. So I've got a load of chickens here. They lay the eggs. It goes into this dispenser here. Then it just gets shot out with this little bit of redstone. The baby chickens stand on top of the slab, and then when they grow up, they burn in the lava and the drops go into the chest. And then over here I've just got some more chickens. These lay eggs, and then the eggs go into the chest there. So it's pretty simple. I had to kind of compact it a little bit to fit it inside, but I know you can do this even more compact than this. I'm just not the best at redstone. But anyway, those are just a few little projects that I've done over on TikTok, and I'm probably going to do a few more of these over the next few months while I'm posting on TikTok, and then I'll just keep you up to date in the occasional YouTube video, just so you don't miss out on anything that I'm building on the world. Okay, it's been almost a week, but I am back, and while I was away I did manage to get the bottom 3 layers of the base completed. So that's all 5 of the layers in place now, and I do really like how this looks. I did build the same base on the previous world and I managed to get all of this done, but I just kind of forgot how nice it looked. I do like it, and I'm sure a lot of people are thinking that this is complete, but I do actually want to make a lot of changes to the walls. So at the moment I'm only using stone bricks, and that's all of the way up, but I want to change that. So on the previous world I just did a mixture of stone bricks, stone, gravel, andesite and a few other of the grey blocks, and that was just for all of the walls all of the way down. But this time I want to mix it up a little bit and try something new. So up here I've got a bit of a gradient, or this is like the gradient palette that I want to go for. So down at the bottom of the base I want to use the darker blocks like the black stone, and then some of this deep slate is kind of dark as well. So these blocks I'm going to try and use on the bottom level, and as I move further up the base the palette is going to get lighter until right at the top when I'm using the lightest blocks, which is a stone, andesite, and then the light grey concrete powder. So this is kind of the plan, and it's going to take a long time to actually change out all of the blocks. So I'm going to be doing this on a creative world first just to see how it looks. I don't want to go ahead and do it on survival, because it's going to take a long time, and if it doesn't look nice I'm going to have to tear it all out. So I'm going to test it out on a creative world, and then hopefully I can get to this in the next few episodes. I'm not going to be doing it today, but I think it could look very nice, like having the gradient going from the bottom all the way to the lighter colours at the top. It'd definitely be a big change from just having all of the walls being grey like they are at the moment. But if I don't like it, I can always just keep it as it is and just use different variants of grey blocks in the walls instead of going for the gradient like I plan to do. And one last thing I just quickly wanted to mention about the base is now it's complete. I've got 20 rooms, And at the moment I've only built in 5 of these, so the 4 at the top and then the one over there. So I've still got plenty more rooms that I need to build in. I've got a few ideas for some of them, but not all of them. So if anyone's got any ideas for things I could do in some of these rooms, just feel free to let me know in the comments, and if I like any of the ideas, I'll definitely go ahead and do them. And for the bottom of the base, I don't know if I've mentioned this before in a YouTube video, but I want to dig all of this area out, and it's going to go down below, and then I'm going to be building stuff down below. That's the plan. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. But over on TikTok, every time I post this project, people are always telling me to do the glass fog effect with the floor. And I'm just not going to do that. I've already got plans for down here. I just need ideas for what to do in the rooms around the base. But anyway, now I'm back at home, I can get back to building some of the things. At least I don't know if I'm going to be able to come up with 2 more house designs. But I think I want to try and get at least 1 more house around here. I want to do something down here, but I don't really know what yet. I could definitely add a boat into the water somewhere, maybe at the little docks area down there. So there's definitely potential for a load of different builds I could do here. And I'm just going to go on a creative world, see what I can come up with, and then come back and we'll get back to building. Okay, that's 2 more houses added to the area here. So of course this one over on the left and then this one on the other side. And I actually really like this one here. This is the blacksmiths and I really like how it turned out. There's still a lot more I'm going to add, like the details and stuff around the outside, which is going to make it look even better. But the house itself is pretty much finished. I don't think I'll really change anything for the exterior on the house. But yeah, this is the blacksmith. And I kept the same colour palette as the house over here. And after I built this, I was thinking about using the same colour palette for all of the houses around the island. And that was kind of the original plan. But I changed my mind a little bit. I thought it might get a little bit boring and repetitive if I've just got the exact same colours all over the island. So I tried mixing it up a little bit with this house over here. And I went for a bit of a different colour palette with the stone and then the oak roof instead of the deep slate roof. And I do like the house, but I'm not sure how well it fits with the other 2 over on this side. I might change the oak in the roof a little bit for a different coloured block, but I wanted to change from the dark oak and then the deep slate roofs. So this is what I went for over here. And I want to try and make each house unique in some way. So like this one over here has got the chimney and then it's got the little porch thing behind it. So you can go down the stairs over here and over here. The blacksmith over here has the chimney out the back, which is like where it would do all of the work with the tools and stuff. And there's some smoke coming out the top. And then I added this little, I don't really know what it is, but just a kind of tower at the top of the house. And that's just to add a little bit of extra colour in there. So there's another texture and a different colour in there. And then this one over here, of course, I've mixed up the block palette. And I added this little porch thing out the back. The chimney's different as well. So I don't just want the houses to be the same. I want each one just to have something different about it. Yeah, there's still a lot more I'm going to add. I want to add loads of little details around and connect them together a little bit better. I want to add like, I think a fountain or something would look good out front here. And if anyone's wondering what these spruce wood blocks are, this is kind of the spawn for the world. So I joined on a second account and I just kept killing the second player and then spawning and then placing a spruce block down. So this is kind of the spawn area. So I want to do something a little bit different here. Kind of leave it open, maybe a park or something. So I'm not going to be building any buildings on top of this. But anyway, I am kind of running out of time to record for today, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make any more progress on the houses or anything over here. I did want to get a few more buildings in, and I wanted to try and connect it all together. but I've not really managed to do that because I did go away for a few days, and it does take me a while to come up with these house designs as well. It doesn't take too long to build them in survival, but it takes a lot longer to actually design them in a creative world. So I don't think I'm going to make any more progress on this in today's episode, but because I've not made as much progress as I wanted to make, I'm definitely going to come back to this in one of the future episodes, like in the next 5 episodes or something like that. So it won't be in the next one, but in the next 4 after that, I will definitely come back and do some more work on the base, because I know that's what people want to see at the moment. But anyway, there's a couple more things I quickly want to show around the base that I've done, and then we can get on with one last thing I want to do in today's episode. So this is the start of another room. This will be the 6th room that I've got in the base, and this is going to be my patron room. So I did mention it briefly in the previous episode. I recently started a Patreon for anyone who wants to support my channel and stuff like that. And one of the benefits was that you can have a room dedicated to you on my, or in my base. So the idea is to have some pixel art on the wall here. And that is either going to be the skin of the patron, if they don't mind me doing some pixel art of their skin in the game. And if not, I will do like their favourite mob or something like that in pixel art on the wall. And then I thought over here on one of the sides I could have a lectern, and this will just tell me a little bit about them. And then on the other side, some sort of podium like this, and then their favourite block on top of it. So I just put the raw gold because that's my favourite block. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. There's still a lot more planning that needs to go into this, and I need to figure out how to decorate the walls and stuff. That's probably not what I'm going to use for the podium either. So yeah, there's definitely a little bit more work that needs to go into it, but I've started this room, and I'm going to hopefully get a little bit more progress done on this, and I will show it probably in the next episode. And the other thing that I quickly wanted to show is also related to the patrons, and this is down here in the strip mine. So I showed this briefly in the last episode, and I've just gone ahead and decorated the rest of this little strip mine here. And I said that each of these tunnels is going to be dedicated to one of the patrons. So I'm going to mine for 1 hour in a straight line down each of these tunnels, and then we'll see how many diamond ore I can get. And I've already done the first one for the first patron, and this was Christopher C. I wasn't sure if he wanted me to use his full name, and it didn't really fit anyway, but I can change that if it does. But yeah, 54 diamond ore is how many I found for digging 1 hour in a straight line, and that's actually a really good return. I've done a lot of mining down these tunnels, like 1 hour each tunnel, and I'd say the average is probably about 30 to 40 diamond ore, so 54 is actually a very good return. So I think it might be hard to actually beat that total. But yeah, if I get more patrons, I'll do some more of these mining tunnels, and we'll make it into a bit of a competition to see who can get the most, but I don't really think many people are going to beat that. So I just thought I'd quickly show these 2 projects because it's going to be kind of important in the long run. But if anyone else is interested and you want to get like your own room on the base up here, or your own strip mine down in the mines, there will be a link to the Patreon down below in the description. Like, of course no one has to support it over there, it's completely your own choice. I'm happy just to make these YouTube videos anyway, but if anyone does want to support it and get your own stuff on my world, that's where you need to go. So moving on, the last thing that I want to do in today's episode is I want to make a little bit more progress towards one of these challenges. I've got all of these challenges set by followers and subscribers, and I don't really work on them too often because some of them are just too difficult and it's going to take me a long time to do. But there's one I'm actually not too far away from completing, so I'm going to try and do that. Well, I'm not going to complete it, but I'm going to try and make a little bit more progress towards it. So the challenge is to get all of the achievements. So you can see here that I've got 114 out of the 122 achievements. So there's not really too many left, and a few of these are still quite easy to do. I've done a lot of the easy ones, but there's still some pretty easy ones here, and then there's some that I'm not going to do in today's episode because, like this one, I don't have a clue where there's any allays, so it's probably going to take me hours to even find any. But I'm going to try and get a few of these done. So I was thinking this is probably the easiest one that I could do now. So befriend 20 stray cats, and I've got 90% already, so I only need 2 more. So the best place to do this is probably over here at my villager trading hall. I get cats around here all the time, and this is where I've tamed all of the other cats. So I can't see any around here at the moment, But I'm just going to wait around for a little bit for some to spawn. I think I just saw one go through this door over here. There's actually a baby one and a big one there. This is where I put all the iron golems when I built this thing, by the way. I don't think I showed this. But I pushed all the iron golems back here and trapped them. And that just stops them from spawning out there and like getting in the way. But anyway, I'll try to tame this cat here so it shouldn't take too many fish. So that's one, and now I need to find one more. I don't think you can tame the baby ones, but I'll try it anyway. So you can actually tame these. So I think I should get the achievement, but it takes like a minute or so to come through. So I'll just stand here for a minute until it pops up. That didn't actually take as long as it usually does. But that's another one of the achievements down, so I think there's like 7 more. So yeah, there's 7 more to do. And I think the next one I want to do is this one here. So acquire a map from a cartographer villager, then enter the revealed structure. So I've already got some maps from the cartographers in the storage room just out here. So I didn't actually have a spare one, I'm going to have to buy one instead. And I'm pretty sure there isn't a woodland mansion for like 6,000 blocks. I checked on Chunk Base a while ago, so I'm not going to be going 6,000 blocks away from the base. So we'll try and get an Ocean Explorer map instead, and hopefully this is a little bit closer to the base. So if anyone doesn't know, like when I'm on this world, I try not to travel too far away from the base. So at the moment I've travelled out about 2,000 blocks in each direction from the base, which is at spawn. And then when the next update comes out, which is 1.20, I will probably travel an extra 1,000 blocks away in each direction. So I'm kind of hoping that this ocean monument is within 2,000 blocks of the base. I don't actually know if I've ever shown this project in a video before, but that's a little bit of map art that I tried to do a while ago. It didn't really go to plan, so I never bothered to talk about that. So I think this here is probably the monument, and there's actually a mycelium biome, I forgot what these are called, like right next to it. So I might actually try and bring some of these mushrooms home at some point. I do want some of them around the base, I don't really know why, I just do. Yeah, this should be the right monument right here. So I don't know if I need to go inside it or just like be near it. But I'm going to go inside it, I brought some potions. So I'm just going to stand inside here, I've got the water breathing and stuff, so I should be fine. And hopefully the achievement pops up soon. Okay, that actually took about 6 minutes to pop up, but you can see the achievement there. I just started trying to look around here to see if I could find a sponge room, but I've not managed to find it yet, so I'm quickly gonna just keep searching before my potion runs out. And if I don't find it, I'll have to come back another time. Okay, my potion just ran out, and I dug holes all over inside there, and I couldn't find a sponge room anywhere. So either it doesn't have one, or I just couldn't find it, but I'm going to leave this for now and go back to the base. The next achievement is to get a caravan of 5 llamas, and I've never actually done this before. But yeah, all you've got to do is pull a llama along with a lead, and then any of the llamas will just follow it. So I need to get 3 more. I'm just going to walk around here until I can find some. Hopefully I can get 5 pretty quickly because I don't have too much time to record. So I actually just did the achievement there. I wasn't recording, I didn't think this was going to work. But a wandering trader spawned over here and the 2 llamas joined on the back. So that made it so I've got 6 llamas overall. I don't know if you saw it pop up on the screen there. I tried to hit record, I don't know if you actually saw it. But that's another one completed. So I've got 5 more left to do. And I think I'm going to do 1 more in today's episode and I'll do the other 4 in the next episode. So for some reason there's a challenge to give someone a suspicious stew. And I probably butchered that, but I need to give someone one of these. So I join on my second account. This is the account I use to do the 3rd person time lapses when I build the houses and stuff like that. So if I just throw it to my other character, that should be it. And then I just need to wait a minute for it to pop up. So this might be like the most boring challenge of all time, but this is a challenge for some reason. And there we go, that's another challenge completed now. That actually took longer than I was expecting to come through. So that's 118 out of 122 achievements completed now. So I'm just going to show the other 4 that I'm going to do in the next episode, or I'll at least try to do them in the next episode. So levitate up 50 blocks from a shulker attack, should be easy enough. Take a strider for a long ride on a lava lake in the overworld. That sounds kind of complicated. I don't really understand that. I guess you just bring it to the overworld and make your own lava river or something like that. That might be an interesting one to do. Trade with a villager at build height. It's simple enough, even though it might take a bit of time to set up. And then have an ally drop a cake at a note block. I don't actually know where there's any allays on this world. I don't know how I'm going to get them. So that might be the one that I struggle with in the next episode. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I was going to do a little bit more work on the base, but if I did that, then this video would be delayed by a few more days. I'm trying to get a video released every 2 weeks at the moment. The plan is to try and get a video released every single week, but I'm just kind of struggling for time at the moment. So every 2 weeks is what I aim for, and I don't really want to delay this any longer, or it's going to be like over 2 weeks. So I just want to get this video wrapped up and edited, and then I will upload it this weekend. And I know a lot of people do want to see me working on the base or around the base. So I am going to come back to this in a future episode pretty soon, just to try and wrap some stuff up and connect it all together and stuff. Probably build a few more houses over in this area as well. But yeah, I didn't quite get as much done in today's episode as I wanted to do, but I hope everyone enjoyed anyway, and I will see you all next time.